before we move on to our top 5, which is our third and final segment of the show, what we like to do... The overacting is killing me. I love it. No, what's he saying? What's going on, guys? Listen up.
It's like a kid's show.
Yeah.
Where are the clues?
Same but different. Come listen to these idiots talk about some movies when no one really asked for it. We're bad at sports, we don't have jobs, we're proud to be these nerds. And always remember, spoiler alert.
Welcome to the new and improved Same but Different. And hey, my name's Derek. This is Brody. We're brothers on the internet, reviewing movies, talking about movies. We love it here. I say new and improved because we came over from Twitch. We were streaming live on Twitch, this same exact talk show. And we just thought it would be a better idea to pre-record the stuff, put it on YouTube, get clips from it, reach a wider audience so we could share our movie love with a wider audience. So, yeah, here we are.
Yeah, it only took us 62 episodes to get to that revelation. But hey, here we are. So for those who don't know, the show is pretty formulaic. I mean, and for those who do know, we've changed things up a little bit as well. The show is going to go in 3 segments. Essentially, we're going to start with our movie news. Going to talk a little bit about what's been going on for the last week, anything that piques our interest. Then we're going to do the weekly review, it's a book club is what Same But Different is, but for movies. So we get together each week, we pick a movie based on a theme, we watch it, we review it. It's a blast. You're gonna have fun. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have fun. And then after the review, we will obviously discuss what movie we're going to watch for the week after. And then the third segment of this show is a top 5, which changes every week. Top 5 this or top 5 that, you know,
based on the movie. Yeah.
We try to associate our top 5 with something to do with the movie we just watched. Yes. So,
yeah. So you will have homework.
Yeah, exactly. And you better do it.
Yeah, you better do it or we're coming after you.
Strict professors.
And you can come back, you can comment down below what you thought about the movie. Give us your top 5s after you listen to what the topic is. And we'd love to hear from you guys. For this week, instead of doing news events or whatever, we're gonna do like an Oscar prediction list, our personal choices of who we want to win for particular categories in the Oscars. We're not gonna do all the categories. We're gonna just do the quote unquote most exciting ones to us personally, because they all matter. Don't get me wrong, they all matter, but these are the most exciting ones to us personally.
We're not capable of judging best makeup. We don't know.
We're not capable of judging any of this stuff.
What do we?
Let's be real,
please.
We are not
Ebert and Roper over here. Come on now.
We are absolutely not qualified to even be doing this show. We should shut it off and go home.
Bye.
By the time you're watching this, the Oscars were yesterday, but we're filming this on Friday before the Oscars. We're gonna predict them right now. And hopefully we're right about some of them, and we just earn bragging rights, and we can laugh at each other.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, and we can have a little score to see who gets more right than the other. And yeah,
Brody's
exactly.
mostly wrong about things most of the time. So
that's true, and I own that. It's not something I try to hide from anybody. I have a lot of opinions, and they are usually wrong. So that's okay. That's all right.
So I printed out a shout out to Vanity Fair, a Vanity Fair 2023 Oscar ballot.
You have a printer? That's insane to me.
Yeah, man, I'm living in 2011 over here.
All right, okay,
even earlier.
Cool. I have all mine on Notepad on the PC. So
also, it's strictly only a black and white printer. All that red you see on there is marker. Did you want to kick us off? Do you want to go first? Shall we start with visual effects?
Okay. I mean, I think this one goes without saying, and I think everyone would probably predict that it's going to be Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Yeah, that's fair. It must be breaking some sort of world record for like best CGI or best visual effects ever.
It's got to, right? And I mean, Baz Luhrmann and whatever for Elvis, like, sure, those are good visual effects, but it's not Avatar.
Ooh, can I just stop you right there? Baz Luhrmann was not nominated.
Oh. Well, then, I don't know. I haven't seen Elvis. Maybe it sucks.
What was nominated? Top Gun, Maverick, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, The Batman, Avatar, The Way of the Water, and All Quiet on the Western Front. The only one I haven't seen is All Quiet on the Western Front.
It's going to be Avatar.
Black Panther, probably a bunch of CGI, but we all know Marvel CGI artists have been overworked and underpaid, and it's showing. So
yeah, and it's also a Marvel movie. So.
There's no way they give an Academy Award to Wings on a Foot. Not a chance.
No Marvel movie deserves to be in the Oscars. Period.
Oh, that's, you know what? We gotta do a segment, hot takes. We need to do a hot takes segment.
They're good movies. I wouldn't go as far as Scorsese saying like they're not film. Like they're film. Obviously they're film, but they are
cinema.
You know, they're sure cinema. But they're not Oscars worthy. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I mean, if there were other Oscar categories, like they could branch out and do
best superhero.
No. No, best like stunt or best action or best explosion. I don't know. Pyrotechnic. I don't know. They
best
could
explosion.
Okay, best stunt. Stunt should have a category. 100%.
That'd be cool. I'm actually the stunt should have a category, and then Fast and Furious and the Avengers can start winning Oscars.
Right? Imagine.
Yeah.
2-time Oscar winner, Avengers Endgame. The world we live in. I also chose Avatar: The Way of Water to be the winner because
I'd be very surprised if you didn't. Yeah.
The way the rain just drizzled off the characters' faces in that movie, like that alone.
There you go. Avatar for the rain scene specifically is the winner. Oh, boy.
That's how I hand out my awards.
All right.
Let me know if we spend too long on one topic. Be like, Derek, move on. I'll move on. Because because I tend to talk.
Yeah, I know, and we do want to keep things concise, but it's the Oscars. Whatever. It's also like our premiere. Most premieres are longer than the rest of the episodes, right? So
that's a fair point. I also can edit if I need to, but I talk a lot. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of editing.
Nice.
What did you have for best editing?
For best editing, I had, and you're going to hear me say these words a lot in my predictions, I had Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Of course, as did I.
Why wouldn't we?
A close contender, though, was Elvis.
Okay.
Very close contender, because the editing in that was pretty wild, and I wouldn't be surprised if it won. I'd be upset, because I want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if it won. Elvis.
Was the editing better than the visual effects in Elvis?
Yes. I don't know.
Okay.
The visual effects in Elvis were purely in transitions. They weren't in the move. Like, they weren't scenes or anything. It was just transitions or montages that Baz Luhrmann does his.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Banshees of Inisherin for editing. That's just straight normal editing. I don't understand.
That's a strange one. I love that movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking that movie whatsoever, but I wouldn't have put it in an editing category. No.
I can see Top Gun Maverick being there because of the quick, fast-paced editing between like cockpits while they're flying and stuff like that. And then I haven't seen Tar. I really want to see Tar though. Moving on. Costume design.
I haven't seen this movie, but I went with Babylon.
Okay, just based off the trailer, I guess.
Just based on the trailer, yeah. It just looked. It's tough. Costume design, I feel like, is such a subjective and different every year kind of category, right? Like, what constitutes costumes in Elvis looking better than costumes in Babylon? Like, it doesn't. What? I don't know. And Elvis is based on a true story, so like, I guess it's the literal act of designing the costumes, not what the costumes look like. I don't know.
If that were the case, then I'm floored that Banshees of Inisherin is not nominated.
Because of the story,
because of the story behind the costumes. They were all handmade, right? Specifically for each character.
Yeah.
Based on their character, so
peculiar.
That to me deserves an award in itself. But I chose Elvis.
Okay.
I chose Elvis. I know Babylon is also a period piece, but Elvis is costumes, not just his own, but everyone around him too. I don't know, they just fit so well with the period. So
yeah, fair play.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. To me, a lot of those costumes were a mix of visual effects and practical. So it's like Gravity winning Best Cinematography. It's all CGI. Why do that?
Why did that movie even get to awards season?
It has a lot going for it. Cinematography, although great digital cinematography, doesn't belong there.
It's just, that's a movie that's good in theaters, and that was it, in my opinion.
A lot of people can't handle space on a big screen, man.
I love it. I say, bring me to space, and then that's the biggest screen ever. My eyes.
Shoot me to the ends of space.
Yeah.
Speaking of cinematography.
Wow.
What do you got?
I haven't seen this movie either, but I'm going on past accolades and accolades. Accolades. I don't know. It sounds like
start a dictionary for you.
Whatever. Roger Deakins for Empire of Light.
I also chose that.
Hey, it's Deakins, man.
Based on past accolades.
Accolades, yes, exactly.
Deakins deserves all the wins all the time. Every time he's nominated, he deserves the win. Although I feel that All Quiet on the Western Front might take it. I want Empire of Light to win. I want Deakins to take it, but I think All Quiet on the Western Front. There's been a lot of talk of the cinematography and how amazing it is. So, yeah.
Okay.
Moving on down the list, we've got original song.
This one kind of was a wash for me. I love the idea of this one, but this year I could have just skipped this one, but I chose This Is a Life, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Which I don't even remember from the movie.
Neither do I.
Okay, perfect.
Neither do I. It's probably just a song that's playing in the background and we're not.
Or the credits, maybe.
Yeah. I chose Natu Natu. I think that's how you pronounce it. RRR.
Oh yeah, because you're the only one alive who's seen that movie, though.
Dude, no, I'm not.
No, I know you're not. I know. I know.
You need to watch that film.
Yeah, I will. I know. I'm not against it. I just haven't.
It's a mammoth of a movie. I think it's like 3 and a bit hours, but holy jeez, it's so good. It's so much fun. And that song and that dance scene in particular, I rewound.
What is it? Rewinded? I think I'd say rewound.
Yeah, but nobody says rewound anymore. Like what is that?
I got your pencil out.
I'm rewinding,
twisting it.
I'm rewinding my videotapes while I print things. I watched that scene like 3 times when I first watched it through, so it's good. Cool. Yeah, Natu Natu RRR. Best original score. What are we going for?
I mean, it's gotta be The Fabelmans, right? Which I haven't seen, but like again, just based on the story and how it's like a Deakins again. But I mean, arguably, objectively, a lot bigger than Deakins. But it's gotta be The Fabelmans.
John Williams. John Williams comes out of retirement. Retirement? Yeah.
Retire.
Yeah.
Retire.
We were just watching Ted Lasso and the scene where he says a word and it just sounds like a sound after a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, I identified with that so hard. The Fabelmans, absolutely. It's so good. The soundtrack is incredible.
I should probably watch it.
You should. It's quite an enjoyable movie. It's just such an easy, digestible Oscar movie. And it's not boring. It's good. It's good.
Okay. One of these days, Alice, I'll get to it.
You better. Best animated feature. Who's taking it?
Now, the thing with this is the only one I've seen is Turning Red, and I don't in a million years think that one's going to win. So this is solely based on reviews I've read and things I've heard, and I'm going with Puss in Boots.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I've heard Puss in Boots is the best animated movie in a while.
Okay. I think if it was an Audience Choice Award, Puss in Boots would win it.
Okay.
I think because it's going to be, the Academy voting, I think it's going to be Pinocchio.
Okay, that checks out. Honestly, with Del Toro attached, and yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Pinocchio.
No love for Marcel the Shell with shoes on?
That was my very close runner-up. I haven't seen it, and this is based off of reviews and news articles that are coming out about it. But it was a very close second for me.
Okay, fair play.
But because I've seen Pinocchio, I chose that. Watch Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, not the Disney remake. It's not your childhood Pinocchio, let me tell you.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the meaty section of the Oscars.
The meat.
The meat and potatoes.
What we've got going on next, I don't have the segue loaded up like he's. Speaking of Pinocchio, adapted screenplay.
Written on paper, Pinocchio's made out of wood, which turns into paper. It works.
All wood turns into paper, that's a fact.
I'm also still speaking that screenplays are written on paper.
Oh, man. I'm going to page you after this, insulting you.
No, please, just fax me. I chose Women Talking.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it. I really want to watch it.
That's Sarah Polley?
Yeah. Yes. Yes? Yes.
Yes?
Based off of what I've seen, clips, trailers, just reviews, everything. Apparently it's an incredible script, and that's one of the only things it really has going for it.
Ooh, a good thing.
Well, because of the script, it ends up being a good movie, but everything else, maybe acting is good too, but like everything else is kind of like meh. But the script apparently is incredible. Okay. And then All Quiet on the Western Front, I can't imagine has much of a script.
Oh, that's my choice.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's the thing about this too, is we're going into this. We did not make a conscious effort to see all the Oscar movies this year. We normally do, and we definitely will next year.
I did. I tried lots.
You didn't do a very good job, did you?
Well,
you did way better than me. I haven't seen Avatar.
So you chose All Quiet on the Western Front for best.
I did.
Okay. Reasons?
Yeah. I had to pick one. Some of these are just I had to pick one. I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge. I don't remember what all the nominees were. You have them in front of you. I don't. But I just had to pick one, and this is the one I've heard the most about, I think.
There was Bill Nighy's Living.
Right.
Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking, and Glass Onion, A Knives Out Story.
Yeah, I can't in good consciousness give Glass Onion an Oscar, even if it's a hypothetical one. And I kind of feel the same way about Top Gun, at least for the writing. Again, not one I've seen, but I can't.
Why don't you want to give Glass Onion an Oscar? Like, what's stopping
because
you?
They're well, especially for screenplay, because they're the most predictable movies I've ever seen in my life.
But does a screenplay have to be like unpredictable and twisty and turny for it to be good?
No, but it's got to not be like, yep, of course. Yeah, okay. I don't know. They're not bad movies. I think I liked Glass Onion more than I liked the original, or the first one rather,
okay.
But it left no impression and I was pretty underwhelmed.
Okay, fair enough. I would argue that the screenplay is good because it makes fun of itself at the end for being so predictable. Right? Like
that was the best part of the movie.
He's like, no, it's just dumb. Like,
yeah. That was the best part of the movie. But I don't really want to watch 2 hours just for the payoff to be, it was all stupid. I don't know. Speaking of screenplays, we've got best screenplay.
Okay, nice segue.
I mean, kind of written there for me, but sure.
This is undoubtedly, unequivocally the answer to this question.
It better be what I have then.
Banshees of Inisherin.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
100%. I can't see it going to any. I mean, I haven't seen Tar, but and Everything All at Once, great screenplay.
Sure.
But
yeah,
Banshees,
it definitely is.
Get it. Get it.
Banshees deserves it. Martin McDonagh deserves it. He's one of my favorite directors, creators, whatever you want to call them, ever. And this script deserves the Oscar. It just does.
Whew. I would bet like appendages, fingers on
Wow. That. Wow. Nice reference.
Yeah.
Did you mean to do that?
I did.
Okay, cool. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, I would.
Before we move on, that reminds me, Honest Trailers released a video for like the Oscar nominees. And they name, you know how they do funny names for at the end? They called this one Farrell Got Fingered.
Oh, jeez. That makes sense.
They just showed a clip of him tossing the fingers at the door. It was so good.
Yeah, I would support Martin McDonagh through everything. Yep. Speaking of supporting,
nice.
Best Supporting Actress.
Oh, man. I'm giving it to Angela Bassett. She won the Golden Globe for it. She deserves it. I'm giving it to her.
I hate myself for doing this, but so am I. It's just the one I've just heard. You know, everybody seems to think. Everybody's like, yeah, absolutely, she's gonna win it. So who am I to say no? I don't know.
Are you hating it because it's a Marvel movie?
Yeah, and I can't see how anybody in Marvel movies could be an Oscar-worthy performance. I just can't.
Angela Bassett has existed long before Marvel movies.
Sure, but she's nominated for the Marvel movie.
I'm just saying she brought her, like, acting chops into a Marvel movie and, like, elevated it.
I just can't see it, but maybe you're right. I don't know.
You gotta watch it, dude.
I gotta watch a lot of stuff, man.
Angela Bassett's taking it. Everything Everywhere All at Once nominated twice in this category.
I know.
For Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Su.
Who deserves it? I would argue that would be my second choice. Jamie Lee Curtis, love her to death, was not an Oscar-winning performance from her. I don't think, even in the slightest. Great movie. She did great.
I wouldn't even call that. I wouldn't even categorize her as support. I mean, she was a supporting actress, but like wasn't strong enough to be, like, didn't have enough screen time or weight to her.
Yeah, but then you see people like Jack Nicholson and A Few Good Men who had like 7 minutes of screen time and won, right? So speaking of things that rhyme with Jack, Best Supporting Actor.
I was gonna set you up. I was gonna say, well, Jack Nicholson is an actor. Speaking of actors,
I mean, it's better than mine.
This is a hard choice.
It was for me as well. It was between two.
It was between two for me as well. Although I think Brendan Gleeson did a great job, I don't think it was Oscar worthy.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think Barry Keoghan stole that show as a Best Supporting Actor.
I do believe it's Keoghan, isn't it?
Is it Keoghan? Keoghan, whatever.
I don't know for sure. I think it's Keoghan.
But my vote has to go to Ke Huy Quan. Sorry for butchering that name.
Hui. Ke Huy Quan. He did, yeah. I watched an interview where he was teaching people how to pronounce his name. Nice. It was funny. I agree with both points. Yeah, my Barry Keoghan does deserve it. Any other year, he would be my pick, but it's got to go to Ke Huy Quan. Nothing has made me feel the way Ke Huy Quan in that movie has made me feel in a very long time.
Dude.
So, yeah, that's already 3 Oscars for Everything Everywhere All at Once from me.
It's going to sweep.
I think they're going to win at least 5 Oscars. I really do.
Yeah.
Speaking of that movie winning Oscars, Best Actress.
Oh, wow. That was the worst one.
Now you go first. People don't know what I'm going to say.
Okay. Actress in a leading role. Haven't seen Tar. Haven't seen Blonde. Haven't seen To Leslie. Michelle Williams was pretty good in Fabelmans, but not as good as Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh's taking it.
Michelle Yeoh is taking it. I haven't seen any of those other movies either. I'm sure they're great. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't even care. I want Michelle Yeoh to win.
Yeah, she has to. She fucking killed it in that movie.
She really, really, really did. That movie, oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. Speaking of Best Actress, there's another category that's like that, and that's Best Actor.
Okay, organic, natural. Love it.
So good. That was really good.
Again, well, this is more subjective.
Is it?
Unequivocally and no contest in my mind, because I want it to happen so badly, and I will actually cry if it doesn't, and if it does, I'll cry both ways.
Either way, different tiers. Yeah.
Brendan Fraser for The Whale needs to win. Please.
I can't agree more.
If the Academy sees this video.
Yeah. We know you're watching, Oscar. So, like, it's the performance alone deserves the win. And then the politics behind it and everything, like, Hollywood deserves. It wouldn't be an apology, but they deserve to extend an olive branch to this man. And now is the time to do it because he's justified that happening. Also, it's like oh my God, Brendan Fraser deserves this more than anything I could possibly think of. Give it to him.
They better. I will fucking punch my television. I will do that. I'll be so angry if they snub him on that. I swear to God.
You just called it a television too. You're so old. I know they're still called televisions, but nobody calls them that.
What do you
You're
want
right.
from me, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll punch my iPhone screen because that's where I watch everything. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like nobody's gonna watch this on their television. But yeah, Brendan Fraser's amazing. Darren Aronofsky got the best out of him. And speaking of Darren Aronofsky, he's the director. So next up, we got Best Director.
Oh man, that was a good one.
On that. Yeah. I'm so good at this.
I like that. Haven't seen Tar.
You said that 3 times now.
Did you guys know I haven't seen Tar? Martin McDonagh did it. Centaur. That's a crazy animal. Or is it? Would you call it an... Okay, tangent. Would you call a centaur an animal?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't even a little bit.
What would you call it then?
A mythological creature. Like, it's not real. You can't call it an animal.
But, like, a unicorn is an animal, right? Technically,
no, because animals exist.
So, like, animal innately in the name animal, it means, like, a real thing.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I would not call a unicorn or a pegasus or a centaur or a minotaur an animal. No.
All right, to each their own.
Maybe I'm wrong. I have a lot of opinions, and I'm often wrong. This is the theme of the show. So,
I swear to God, if Triangle of Sadness wins anything, I'm going to be very mad.
yeah, I haven't seen that, but Derek really didn't like it.
No, it was garbage. I don't know why it's on here. It's quirky. It's definitely quirky, and there seems to be a theme every year that there's one movie in here that like speaks to the upper class and how shitty they are.
Right.
So maybe that's why it's in here, but it's not good. Like, it's not a review of Triangle of Sadness. Steven Spielberg is amazing, and he may win this. But he's not my choice. I'm choosing Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's my choices. I've never seen a duo director win before, not to my memory anyway. You could probably...
I'm sure the Coen brothers have won an Oscar, no?
For directing? Maybe
not, but that would be my go-to thought.
I'm saying, like, me personally, I haven't watched an Oscars where a duo director has won.
Okay.
Therefore, like, I don't have it in my memory that it's happened.
Got it.
So it'd be cool to see, but I think that they're going to give it to Steven Spielberg because that was a fantastic movie. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. All right, moving on. Oh, no, you have to give yours.
Dan and Dan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Absolutely.
Dan and Dan.
Dan and Dan. I'm not going to try to pronounce because we don't know if it's Scheinhardt or Schneinert or Schneidli.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Kwan and Scheinert. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Absolutely. It was such a good picture. You know what it might be though? The best picture, and that's our final category of the evening.
Man, you
so
need
much pressure.
You need to host the Oscars one day. You need to.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
This is your audition tape.
Yeah. Let's send this in. But yes, best picture. That is our final category. What are you thinking?
I mean, obviously not Triangle of Sadness, and I haven't seen Tar.
Oh my gosh, you haven't? You should. I haven't either. It's so good.
It was a very close tie, almost a tie for me. I'm giving it to the Fabelmans.
The Fabelmans.
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once may take it. I think that's the route they'll go, to be honest. But me personally, I just think the Fabelmans is a better constructed, airtight movie. Like I can't think of anything wrong with that movie at all.
Okay. You'd be surprised to know my pick is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I thought you were going to say Avatar.
Top Gun.
Oh my God.
Black Panther.
Hey, Top Gun might take it. Who knows?
I will never watch the Oscars again. And again, I haven't seen Top Gun. I'm not bashing the movie. I know apparently it's better than I could possibly think, and I still can't understand how when the first one was hot trash. But where was I going? No, Everything Everywhere All at Once is gonna win.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure? How sure are you?
Yeah, like 78%. Would you call that sure?
I would say so.
It's
No.
sure, it's not certain. I guess those are kind of synonyms.
I mean, if you put them on the scale, though, certain definitely has a certain finality to it.
For sure.
Nice.
I am pretty sure Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win.
There it is. Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Flawless.
Don't even try posting in the comments your predictions because it is the past. That doesn't make sense.
So instead, post in the comments what our worst take was.
This week's movie to watch for MOBFIA March. The theme for this month is MOBFIA March. If you haven't seen it on our Twitter or Instagram by now, that's the theme.
We kicked off the month with Scarface.
And then
that's it. And then this week. And then this week, which you can see what movie we're watching right gosh darn there and in the title of this video.
Road to Perdition. This is a movie neither of us have seen before, and that's what we try to do on this show. We try to watch movies we haven't seen, at least one of us haven't seen, because we want to eventually attain the goal of watching every single movie ever made.
That's our goal?
I didn't tell you, but that's it. Yeah.
Oh man, we're getting there. One movie a week, no time.
We're like 80 movies down. We got this.
Yeah. Well, let's get into our review of Road to Perdition.
Transition.
Yeah.
Should we do transitions? I don't know. No.
It's a segment off the videos?
No. I mean, what we would transition to, just this again?
Everything twists and turns and zooms out is just here.
Yo,
I don't think a transition so much as maybe like a title card. If we could get some cool animation, just to be like review and top 5 and whatever. I don't know, news. That could be kind. But a transition, that would be. Can you do one just now, just to try it? And now, movie news. Movie reviews.
I don't know how to do that, man.
I meant in editing.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Okay. All right. We're good.
We're okay. This is the first episode, folks, of something that's going to be incredible, and it's gonna blow up. So you're here, ground zero.
Yeah, get ready for the best explosion. Did you just say?
I don't know.
I was gonna go back to the best explosion category in the Oscars, and I heard yours 10 seconds later.
Moving on.
Road to Perdition.
Yeah.
Would you like to kick us off this week?
I can do that. Yeah.
That's an opportune time to take a second.
Sorry, you gotta lubricate the throat, when you're gonna talk for a while. First off, for those of you that have seen our previous shows, Tom Hanks for me is mid. He's fine. Every movie he's ever been in, he kind of just plays elements of himself in the characters. Lately he's been branching out a little bit, but like before, especially 90s, early 2000s, it's just Tom Hanks. It's just Tom Hanks, no matter what role he is. This movie is, I've never seen him like this before.
Yeah.
And it was so refreshing. And I want to say nice, but like he was not a nice person. He was a good father. He just wasn't a nice person overall. But it was just very, very nice and very refreshing to see Tom Hanks dive into a role that is just not America's dad,
Yeah.
Like he was just fantastic walking around as a hitman, as a mob dude who's like the right hand, not even the right hand man, but like just like the go-to guy of this mob boss to get things done, Yeah. It was really cool to see that. And then that contrasted with his life of being a father and how those two lives conflicted with each other. Literally, they came clashing in this movie. It was really, really cool. I wrote down a list of things, and when I write my notes, I write the sentence and then an X beside it if it's a bad thing, and then a check mark beside it if it's a good thing.
Sure. Okay. Why not?
So I'll go through the things I didn't like. Some of these are just nitpicky things, so it's not going to affect my rating of the movie at all. Right off the hop, the narration from Tyler, is it Hoechlin?
I would guess Hecklin based on other things that I've seen with that spelling, but I do not know.
Okay. Tyler, Teen Wolf kid. He's
Tyler
12
H.
years.
That's who that is. Oh.
Yeah, he's 12 years old in this movie. Anyway, we're getting narration from him. Narration I don't mind if used sparingly, and it was used sparingly, beginning and end. Cool. Mm-hmm. But the line, "This is our story." Nah, I hate that trope. I hate that trope so badly. What else am I watching? You don't
That's
need to.
fair.
You don't need to set it up and tell me like, now you're about to watch our story. Like, okay, that's why I hit play.
Do you like when Lemony Snicket does it in his books though?
What does he say?
Oh, he just says stuff about like, oh, the story you're about to read is this and that, and it's the story. I don't know.
Okay, that's cool. But if at the end of it he also said again, "This is the story," no. That's so dumb.
I wonder if he does.
Little Michael gave a little brief short speech. That's all we needed. He could have. I think the line was like something along the lines of like, "The 6 weeks we spent in winter were the something of my life," and then move on. You don't need to. You just said, "Okay, that's what we're about to watch." You don't need to say, "Okay, now you're about to watch it." I hate that so much.
All right, that's fair.
Skipping forward into basically the middle, maybe late middle of the movie, when Jude Law McGuire, I think his name was, enters the diner where Tom Hanks is sitting and eating. I don't understand how that scene played out in a way that like Tom Hanks assumed or thought or got the feeling that he was there to kill him or give him harm.
Because he has the mob sixth sense.
I guess, and I guess you could explain it away with, paranoia because they are on the run or whatever. But like, there was no need for him at all to just be like, as soon as he sat down, he looked at him. And like, I know this is like plot and like it's the main actor acting with other main actor, but like there was no reason for him to immediately pick him out and be like, and stare him down and say, "Ooh, this guy's bad."
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't like that at all. I thought that was unnecessary. They could have played that out differently. The very ending of the movie, he knows that McGuire is still out there.
Yeah.
He knows he's still out there.
He doesn't expect him to be in that living room, though.
Hold up. Why not, though? Why not?
All right.
Why not? He knows he's still out there. He knows they've been on the run, right? He knows that this guy's a psychopath. He knows he didn't die. Like, he had a shootout with him, and he knows he didn't die. And judging off of that previous interactions, he's paranoid. He's on the run. So, like, why not check the whole house when he gets there? He just like casually walks in.
Why would he know that? Why would McGuire know about that house? Why would he go there? I don't know. I would think that's a little safe haven too.
If not McGuire, anybody else. Like he should have just been checking the house. He shows up with his son. The lady that's supposed to be living there isn't answering him. Like he should be checking the house. And he didn't, and that bothered me a lot.
It caught me off guard. I thought the ending, him looking out the window and seeing the reflection of Michael down there playing, I thought it was gonna cut, and then it didn't, and it took me for a loop.
Oh, 100%. It actually, I kind of knew it was coming, but I still got scared. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was. I know, it's like the loudest gunshot I've ever heard.
Yeah, he should have just checked the house. Could have avoided that messy mistake.
That's fair.
Those are the things I didn't like. What I did like about the movie, specifically, love the music. The music is incredible.
Yep.
Whoever composed this music, it was intriguing, mysterious, adventurous when it needed to be, scary even sometimes. The music was incredible and fit the tone of whatever scene it was doing every single time. This is just a small little thing, but when I think Daniel Craig's character said this, but he said something about this guy's having the wake of his life.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love that line. That's so good.
It's a very good line.
Oh man, I love that line. It was great. It made me chuckle lots. Jude Law, when he shows up at the diner and he loads that camera, I think was such a cool way to show him that he was dangerous in a way with the camera. I don't know. It was really, he loaded it like a gun. You know, like he loaded it as if that was his gun. That's his killing machine. I just loved that. That was such good filmmaking. Yeah, cinematography was crazy. Like the composition of all the shots was really well done. The rain when bad things happen, like the pathetic fallacy of all of it. That shootout in the rain with Paul Newman at the end, dude, that was crazy good.
Yeah,
that was crazy good.
It was.
And his line, I'm glad it was you. Oh man, so good. Which leads into the writing. The writing was crazy. There's so many good lines, so much good. Like, there's not much dialogue compared to other mob movies. This one's very quiet as far as like dialogue goes.
I read something that said that's what drew Sam Mendes, the director, to this, is because American Beauty, his first movie, was so wordy and so script heavy that he was so in love with the idea of taking it back a notch.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I loved it. It didn't have, you know, a fuck a minute sort of, you know, like other mob movies do.
Yeah. Like Scarface is the most of all time, I think.
Yeah. Ugh. We didn't like Scarface. Spoiler alert. Acting was incredible. Everyone did an amazing job. And that speaks to the direction as well. And then, of course, I mentioned the music. So, yeah, overall, I really liked this movie. I really liked it. 8.5 out of 10.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's a pretty hefty rating.
Yep. I liked it a lot.
8.5. Pew, 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 pew. I'm editing pre-edit. And then if it's a low, it'd be like 2. Wah, wah. And 2 would like droop off the screen.
Yes.
Okay, 8.5. I like it. I like it. That's cool. I'm going to start with a segue from yours only because I forgot to mention it. But yeah, that climax, that shootout in the rain, I loved that. That was some of the cool. It was so nice to see that done well, that a man with a machine gun in the shadows, it's not going to be a fight. You know, these movies always make the big fights and gun and shootout. And I wouldn't call it a shootout. He just mowed them down. There was no, and that is how it should. That is what a man with a machine gun does to you. Like, these movies always glorify these fights, but that was just, he just mowed them down. And that's, I was like, bravo. I was hoping that was going to be kind of the climax, because I've never seen a climax be less, I don't want to say less climactic, because it was climactic, but like it wasn't. It just happened. Pretending I didn't just say that. First and foremost, that's what I said first, is I agree that this is easily the best Tom Hanks performance I've ever seen.
Agreed.
I don't know for sure that it's Tom Hanks's best movie, but it's his best performance.
Agreed.
Like you said, he's a pretty one-note actor. He's not a bad actor. I enjoy watching Tom Hanks, but he's never blown me away with anything he's ever done. He was captivating. And it's funny because it was so nice in caps to see him do something different. And you were like, well, it wasn't nice because he wasn't nice. And I'm just looking at that laughing. But yeah, so that's point number 1. I'm going backwards from you. I'm doing good, then bad. Like I said, being that this is Sam Mendes' second movie after American Beauty, first of all, those two back to back. But because of that, I was already expecting, you know, a lot of stylistic choices and whatnot, because that's kind of his repertoire. But
sure,
this movie still went above and beyond. Don't do that face. I can see you, you know. Is repertoire the wrong move?
I forgot.
Word?
I forgot you could see me.
Is repertoire the wrong word?
I don't know. Maybe. It sounds weird. Move on.
Whatever. This movie still blew me away. Even going in knowing it was going to be stylistic and beautiful, it was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah.
Stunning. From the moment, like, it was pretty good. It was about 20 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. And then when Michael followed Connor and his dad to that little warehouse thing, and Connor shot that man, that was the moment. Him falling and like just everything that happened and the shots of everybody and the guys. Oh my God. I was taken. The movie took me right then and there. Yeah, the production set, the cinematography, the editing, the music, the acting, all of it. I didn't look into if this won Oscars or anything like that, but it was all Oscar-worthy stuff. Like this could have been in like almost every category of the Oscars, and I would have been like, that makes sense.
Wow. I
was just consumed.
Okay.
And that's so rare for me. I don't like this genre of movie.
Yeah.
Period pieces, mob, crime. It's not really my cup of tea, but this one,
because it wasn't reliant on the mob aspect. Like the driving force, the driving story was like the relationship between him and his son, and like somebody hunting them, and then also simultaneously him going after revenge for the death of his family. Like mobbiness and crime and money and drugs was never really part of the picture. It was all contained.
Man, when Connor was killing his wife and it was outside and Michael looked up and saw the one gunshot, I'm like, that just the one. And then there was a second and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
He just killed that 7-year-old child.
Yeah.
Technically, everything about this movie was amazing. Now I have a middle ground, more just something I noticed before I get into the bad. The acting in this movie, everybody played very, very well off of each other. The acting was amazing, but, and this isn't a gripe because it can't be a gripe because everything I'm saying is good, but because of how technically amazing this movie is, I often found myself distracted by the performances. Distracted from the performances, rather. Like I was looking around at the rain and I was looking at the editing and listening to the music and I didn't get to appreciate the acting all the time, which isn't a bad thing in either regard, but just worth noticing. It was almost so good that I couldn't appreciate all of the good.
Too much of a good thing.
That's true. That's what they say. Now, for me, I have 2 major gripes. I could go into a few things. I didn't love absolutely everything. I'm not going to dive into the tiny little gripes I had, though. I'm just going to talk about the 2 main issues I had. One, the fact that there were 2 malevolent villains, I suppose, kind of made it seem like neither one was utilized to their full potential. You know? Like, just as you got to the point you're starting to, like, love to hate Daniel Craig, he's the bad guy, everything, you're getting into it, they then introduce Jude Law. Which makes Daniel Craig's character kind of take a back seat, and then doesn't allow Jude Law's character to ever reach his full potential either. So it kind of split that. I liked it, and they were both really, really good villains. But I don't know, the kind of splitting it down the middle and separating the 2 of them. I honestly think just introducing Jude Law earlier and having Daniel Craig more prominent in the second act would have fixed it. They didn't need to rewrite anything. Well, they did, but they just needed to stretch both of them into each other's acts a little bit because it just felt an hour for each of them wasn't enough, if that makes sense.
I think that Daniel Craig's character was less malevolent, even though he killed the wife and the son and was stealing money from his dad. He's a bad guy. But he was less like psychotic and more of like the whiny silver spoon up your ass kid who just wanted to impress his father, whereas Jude Law was the psychopath.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like if they made Daniel Craig more of a psychopath or gave him more screen time, then it would start to overlap. I'd be like, oh, we got 2 of the same characters on screen. Why are we doing that? In my opinion.
I didn't want them to change Daniel Craig's character. They could have stayed the same, personalities, but I just feel like they needed to, if they're going to have 2 bad guys at the same time, they need to give them equal opportunity to shine, I guess, and they didn't, in my opinion. And the second one is a lot harder to explain because it's just a gut feeling more than anything else. I really don't even have a way to properly explain this. While the movie is gorgeous in all technical facets, and I loved it, and I'm really happy that I saw it, it just didn't have that oomph that's going to have me remembering it a year from now, Like, I think I'll remember bits and pieces. I think I'll remember it fondly. But I don't know. There was just something about it that to me it just fell a little bit flat. And once it was over, I didn't feel like I had, I don't know, changed. If that's such a weird thing to say, but like, I like to, after watching a movie, I like to be like, if it's that good, I like to feel it. And this was that good, but then I didn't feel it. And that's weird.
I wonder what I know. That was.
I can't put my finger on it. It might just be because it's not typically the genre or tone I like out of a movie. I don't know. So I can't even fault the movie because this is just, like I said, some gut feeling that I can't even fully explain, but it is what it is. And even after those 2 gripes, neither of which are that strong, I gave it an 8.
Okay.
So pretty similar. Pretty similar for our first episode. No different, but hey.
Yeah, we got to start disagreeing on things.
I know. Well, we're watching arguably objectively good movies. So actually, even the one that is Scarface, this movie that has great reviews.
Yeah.
We both didn't like it. Damn it.
We need to rename the show. Just same.
Same.
I'm upset that it took me this long to watch it.
I'm happy. It's one of those movies I wouldn't have appreciated it if I saw it when I was 10 when it came out, you know?
No, but I'm saying, like, I'm 33. Like, if I watched it at 23, that would have been nice. you
Sure.
know?
Maybe. All right. I got it.
Or, like, if I had that knowledge, maybe, like, going into film school, like, I could have applied some things. I don't know. It was a movie that I wish I had under my belt. Not when I was 12, but when I was in my 20s, so.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Before we move on to our top 5, which is our third and final segment of the show, what we like to do... The overacting is killing me. I love it. No, what's he saying? What's going on, guys? Listen up.
It's like a kid show.
Yeah.
Where are the clues?
Oh boy. What we like to do is we like to put, if you've seen our Twitter, or I don't know if you posted it on Instagram, but we have posted all of the MOBFIA movies that we have for this month. Now we're only going to end up watching 3 to 5 of them, realistically. So we put them in this hat. This is a top hat. They're all in there.
Classy.
You can see that they're all the same, more or less. They're folded the same way. They're all the same size. So we're going to pick a movie. That way nobody knows what it is until we all know what it is.
I can't pick. It's biased.
Oh no. I'll let you borrow. Oh, one fell out. That's going to be it. I'll let you pick. I'll let you borrow the hat. I'll ship it to you.
That's worth it.
This is our movie.
All right, there it is. That's the movie
For next week.
Next week.
All right, next week for our third week of MOBFIA March, we are going to watch. Can you read it?
The Untouchables.
The Untouchables. Now I'll rip this bad boy up.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure for next time this week you all watch The Untouchables so you can give us your opinions. I guess you don't have to watch it by Monday now because these shows are permanent. They're always going to be here. But watch it by Monday anyway.
Watch it by Monday. Come with the knowledge. Watch our show and then participate in the conversation down below.
Yeah, you jabronis.
Oh, bringing that back. Okay.
All right, for our next segment, it's going to be top 5.
Ooh. Did you want an edited transition there?
Absolutely. We don't have to do them, but it's funny.
For this week's top 5, we went with the top 5 graphic novel movie adaptations. Now, a lot of people didn't know that Road to Perdition was a graphic novel adaptation. I did not know this until I read it today. And I'll let Brody start with his top 5.
Now, again, just real quick for anybody who have been watching us for the last 2 years compared to new viewers or anything like that, we normally just spit out our top 5 in no particular order. Because this is a more formulaic kind of show that we're trying to accomplish here, we have decided to do them in order, which is a lot harder. It's easy to pick your 5 favorite movies. It's hard to rate them.
I really don't like doing it.
Well, that's half the fun.
I struggle so hard.
We hopped on a call and he was like, I forgot to do it. This is too hard. They're all good. It was really funny.
I'm the kid that came out of the theater every time he saw a movie and said that was the best movie ever. So.
He did. He was not, our family made fun of him for it. It's true.
Yeah.
Top 5 graphic novel movie adaptations. Number 5, Snowpiercer.
Okay. I got confused. I thought you were starting with number 1.
Number 5,
Yep.
Snowpiercer.
Okay.
Love it. Didn't know it was a graphic novel. You know, a lot of these things I just learned for the first time. If you've not seen Snowpiercer, you should watch it. Number 4, Kick-Ass, which is just what the title implies. It's a kick-ass movie. So much fun, wonderful action, a fantastic soundtrack. Number 3, arguably my favorite straight-up action movie of all time. Number 3 is Wanted. I don't care.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's your favorite 2008 movie that everyone saw and forgot. Love it. I watched that movie time and time again. I love that movie so freaking much.
It's really good at action.
That's what it is. It's an action movie. That's all you want. It's so, God. Number 2, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Ooh, number 2. I thought you were going to do number 1 for sure.
Oh, no. Because number 1 is the only 10 out of 10 on this list that I could find. It's a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and that is Old Boy, the Spike Lee remake specifically.
No,
just kidding. Not the Spike Lee garbage. No. The original 2003, I believe, Old Boy. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and 100% takes the number 1 spot, bar none. Those are Brody's top 5.
That's a great top 5, and 3 of the same. We have 3 of the same.
Shoot. We normally don't. We knew this was going to happen with something as specific as this. We normally have pretty different lists with 1 or 2. Anyway, I want to hear yours.
Let's do it. We're starting with number 5, Kick-Ass.
Hey!
It was the most surprising time I've ever had in a theater because I thought I was going in to watch a PG 14A Max superhero movie. And my mind got blown. Number 4, we're going with Watchmen.
Oh, okay.
I love Zack Snyder. I unabashedly love Zack Snyder and everything he puts out. I even love Sucker Punch. I think he's just he's a good director. He's a good technical director. I don't know if he gets the best performances out of his actors every time. And he sucks at writing, so don't give him a script. But like, as far as like bringing a comic book to life or a graphic novel to life, bar none, I think he's the best at it. I really do. He can take the visuals and just blow my mind every single time. So number 4 is The Watchmen. Number 3, we're going with V for Vendetta.
Yeah. It was up there for me. I had to give it the cut.
Number 2, we're going with Old Boy. Number 2.
Ooh.
Number 2 is Old Boy. Definitely up there with some of my favorite movies of all time. 100%. But it couldn't take the number 1 spot. Also, one of the best twists I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Number 1, I think we just flipped our 1s and 2s. Number 1 is Scott Pilgrim. Yeah. Number 1 is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Number 1.
Yeah. Number 1. It has the best script. Director Edgar Wright kills it every time.
No wrong.
He's done no well. Last Night in Soho was like okay.
Oh, true. I haven't seen that yet. So for me, he's 5 for 5, but I'm aware there's a 6th that I haven't watched yet.
Yeah. Number 1, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So
okay,
that's top 5.
Pretty solid lists out of us.
Boom.
Please give us your lists. If you're watching this, if you want to partake, give us your list. Tell us how mad you are that we didn't put Sin City on our lists. We want to hear from you guys as well in all of these categories. We want this to still be a conversation. Yeah. So feel free to chime in.
In fairness, Sin City would definitely be top 10.
How many are there? 12?
Maybe. Whatever. It made the list.
Sin City, I haven't seen since I maybe when it came out even. I haven't watched that movie since I've considered myself an adult human being.
Oh, well, you should go back and rewatch it. It's pretty good.
I don't really want to.
Okay, then don't.
I like The Spirit more than Sin City.
What?
The Spirit was better than Sin City.
Not a chance in hell. No.
Yes, no.
It was
a 4.7 on IMDb.
You lose.
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen this one since theaters either, and that was only 2 years after Sin City. I didn't expect it to have a 4.7.
The Spirit was fun, but it was childish. It was silly. It was
I think that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to see what it has on Rotten Tomatoes too. The Spirit.
It's not gonna be good, bro.
It might be. Maybe the audience reviews will be good.
It's not gonna.
Moving on.
What is it?
14 tomato meter, 25 audience score. I think I should probably either rewatch this movie or never rewatch it to save it in this little nest egg of happiness. Holy moly.
Let's wrap this up. We're getting to the end. We are going to do this every Monday. We're going to film them on Fridays. We're going to drop them on Mondays for you guys. But stay tuned throughout the week because we're going to be dropping YouTube Shorts, TikToks, Twitter feed stuff, Instagram stuff. We're going to be all over the place. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yep.
And see us. Where can they find you, bro?
Oh, they can find me at AKA Bro Montana on pretty much anything. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, although my streams are very few and far between right now. But, AKA Bro Montana.
Cool.
That's me.
Cool. And you can find me and us at Same But Different Reviews, basically on every platform. I'll link them below for you.
This has been an absolute blast.
Yes. And stay tuned. We're going to do our reviews of the trailers. So just keep your eyes peeled throughout the week as our little reviews of trailers trickle through for you to watch.
Trailers were always my favorite section of the show, but an hour at the beginning of the show just designated to all of the trailers doesn't seem as efficient as showing you all of them in a separate, watch 45 seconds of this one, 50 seconds of it. It just makes more sense.
That's it. And then swipe on through if you don't want to watch it. Who cares?
Yeah, like this movie looks like shit. Who wants to watch Interstellar? Skip.
Wow, you're going to pull that out now?
This has been great, everybody. See you later. Thanks for hanging out.
We'll talk about that one day. Next week, Untouchables. Watch it. We'll see you next time on Same But Different. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Bye.
See you.